pleasure to be back in Seneca Falls with this great history in such a beautiful part of the state. And you could obviously not have a more appropriate setting or a more powerful and poignant setting for what we're talking about today. Because as it was back then, the message is very simple and it's very clear, and it's binary. It's black and white. Sometimes there is a right and a wrong position. And what this starts with today, what I'm most proud of, was the truth that we spoke to the people of the state of New York when in January we said in the State of the State that this is a society that discriminates against women. It is that blunt a statement, but it is that blunt a reality. And I believe you're never going to solve a problem that you refuse to admit, that you're afraid to admit. You're never going to solve a problem that you deny. We discriminate against women in this society. And we have for decades, and with all our sophistication, and with all our advancement, and with all our ability to lead nations around the world, we still discriminate against women. That old cartoon of the king's clothes. It's been there. We all know it. Everyone would admit it, but nobody wanted to say it. Because there's pain in the recognition of that truth. And in many ways it's so repugnant to who we think we are, and who we believe we are, and everything we do, and everything we espouse. Not just as New Yorkers, but as Americans. But it is true. We discriminate against women. It is pervasive. It's in banking. It's in lending. It's in business. It is a societal issue. It is a cultural issue that we have to address, that we have to confront, and that we have to say once and for all as a society, it is not right, it is wrong, it is not fair, and we will not tolerate discriminating against women in the state of New York in any manner, shape, or form. It starts with that basic sense of fairness and human rights. You look at the facts on pay equity. How can you be in 2013, you don't pay women the same amount of money for the same job as a man? Women make 84 cents to a man's dollar. I have 3 daughters. Cara, Mariah, Michaela, you're telling me that my daughters are not worth what a boy is worth from birth? That there's something in a genetic makeup of being a female that makes them value a lower value than a male? Baloney. Baloney is just not right, and it's not fair. Issue of domestic violence. Much worse than this society has admitted. It is more common, more prevalent than we care to admit all through society. It's not a problem in some area or some demographic groups. It is a scourge on society. Again, the problem we don't want to admit because we're ashamed of it. And we have victims of domestic violence, and we don't even give them the proper care and protection in giving them assistance as victims. Human trafficking is real. We had a young lady join us yesterday in the Capitol and told a story that was just unbelievable. How she was victimized from the age of 9 years old, forced prostitution, 13 years old. And that's, again, the duality and the injustice that women face in this society. It's not right, it's not fair, it's a question of basic human rights. There's nothing overly sophisticated or complex about it. We talk to nations around the globe about it all the time, treating women with full equality. Let us practice what we preach. That's the first point. And not only is it not right, not fair, not moral, it's not even smart. It's not even smart as a society. We want to compete as Americans with countries around the globe. Here's how we can compete. Let's bring all of our people, and let's bring all of our people into participating in this society to the best of their God-given talents. Let's all our women compete and get paid as much and go as far as their talents allow them to go. Let's promote women and pay them equally, and let's lead this globe by saying, you know why we're doing so well? Because our women are full partners in our society, and they're full partners in our business, in our school, and in our government. And when this country actually has its women doing everything they can do, then we will be as strong as we can be. And that's why New York? Because New York does have a special place. My friend Mark Gearin is here today. Mark and I were in the Clinton administration. We were in the federal government. We worked with all the states all across the country, and all the states are special. They have special assets. But I tell you, I am so pleased and honored to be in New York, because this state really is special, and this state is unique. And it is fitting that New York State makes this point and raises this banner and carries this crusade. Why? Because New York has always played this role. New York leads, and it has from day one. And when it comes to social issues or progressive issues, it's been the state of New York that went first and lit the path for other states to follow. Certainly we did it here in Seneca Falls, 1848, gave birth to the women's rights movement. We did it at Stonewall, we gave birth to the gay rights movement. We did it with the workers' rights movement after the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire. We gave birth to the environmental movement on the Storm King controversy on the Hudson River. We dealt with these complex issues first, and we addressed them, and we pointed to the progressive future, and the rest of the nation followed. We can do the same thing here with women's equality. And we will make this state a better state, and other states will follow our example. This is a law that shouldn't even require a government action, because it's not about you don't really need a governor or a council to the governor or a state legislature to tell us what we know. Women are full partners in this society, and they are equal. They are our mothers, they are our sisters, they are our daughters, and let's embrace them fully into society and let the discrimination end, and let it end now once and for all. Thank you, God bless you.